Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. You think I could say that right by now? I've said it so many times. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up because it really helps my channel. And I really appreciate that, so thank you in advance for that. So today's card day, we are making a Slimline card. I love these cards. I haven't done one in a while, and so I thought, you know, I'm going to do a Slimline. I need a couple for Christmas, so this is what I'm sharing. I created this little scene, and I already stamped and cut all the trees. I actually used my scan and cut to cut the trees out, and the reindeers, and the little bunny. I already colored them and everything because I basically want to show you how to create this card and how to do the background and how to do this little deer, because this deer in the stamp set, he is facing the opposite way. So I want to show you how to stamp a mirrored image so that you can get it facing the way that you want it. It's really a neat technique and really easy to do. So I'm using the Peaceful Deer stamp set for this, and I'm using the standing deer, this laying down deer, and the little bunny. By the way, this punch is coming back in the new catalog that's coming in January. If you are a customer of mine and you've placed an order within the last 6 months, you will get a free catalog from me. And it's celebration time along with that. So you'll be getting the celebration brochure as well. If you are not a customer, you can request one if you'd like one on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. It's up in the top header. It says request a catalog. Just fill out the form and I will be happy to send you the new catalogs as soon as they allow us to send them out, which is pretty soon. So that is that. So let's get started with the card. All right. So first, let me show you how to stamp the reversed image of this little deer. Because you can see in here, he's facing the other way. So I'm going to use the Stamparatus for this because you need a Stamparatus for this or some positioning tool because it really makes this easy. This is our little silicone mat. You can buy these from Stampin' Up. I am using a Memento Black. I'm going to grab my stamp set here. This always is a good idea. It really gives you a lot of stability to stamp. So I'm using Memento Black. So what I am doing here, I'm going to stamp him. I'm going to get my paper ready. And we are going to stamp him on there. We are going to stamp it on the silicone mat. Press it down really good so that you can see it on this mat. And then I do it twice so I get a good amount of ink on that. And because you have the positioner, the Stamparatus, it's going to stamp perfectly the second time. So then you're going to place this on. I place it really gently, and then you are just going to rub the image right here. And I just rub it for a couple minutes to make sure all the ink gets into the paper, and then look at there. You have a reversed image. If I was to just stamp this, let's see if I'm just to stamp it, I'll show you that it stamps. Let me see if I can find another piece of paper really quick. If I wanted to stamp it like that, it's just going to make him go in the other direction. So this is our mirrored impression. You can even cut these out and make them kiss, whatever you want. But it's really a cool technique. I've actually done some where they were nose to nose, and it turns out really cute. All right, so that's why I used him on here, because he was facing the other way, away from the other animals, and it just didn't look right. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to use for this, because it's a Slimline, it is 8.5 by 7, your paper. A regular Slimline is about 8.5 by 3.5. By the way, the new catalog that's coming out, there are some surprises in there. We have envelopes for Slimline, and we also are going to have, I can't show you the catalog yet, some dies. So I'm so excited about that. So this is the Slimline, which is 8.5 by 3.5, but when you make it, you want a piece that's 8.5 by 7, and then on the 7-inch side, you're going to score it at 3.5. That's what creates your Slimline. For the outside, you need a piece that's 8 by 3, and then for the inside, I cut the same thing, an 8 by 3 for the inside for the sentiment. Let's just go ahead and add the inside because we have to work on the outside. I'm going to show you how I created like the little kind of nighttime look on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I did stamp the inside with some trees on the other one. So I just took the same trees and stamped it here. I didn't put a sentiment yet because I'm not sure which one I want to put on this card yet. All right, so I'm going to set this aside and we're going to work on our sky. Now I'm going to bring a piece of scrap up here because it does make a little bit of a mess, but it's fun to do. It's really fun, and I don't want to get it on that other piece. So the colors that I used for this are Highland Heather, Misty Moonlight, Balmy Blue, and Night of Navy. So those are all the colors that I'm going to work on. And every time you do this, it's going to look a little bit different. So do not fret about that. Just go with it and enjoy it because it is really a lot of fun to do. So I am using my blending brushes, and I have 4 here that are basically I use on the same colors, the same basis. This is for the dark blues, and then I use this one for the well, this one's my green, I guess. This one is usually I use for the blue, and then this is for the Highland Heather or Gorgeous Grape. Or I usually try to stick in the same color family. You can clean these off, which I do after I use them. So it doesn't matter really what I use on it because I do clean them even though they look, this looks like it's green, but I'm using it on the blue. So this is the Balmy Blue. Oh, don't forget my little mat I made. I made a little mat and I put some reusable sticky on here, the reusable adhesive, so you can take it off, removable I should say. And then I'm just going to create my little snow hill, but you want to make sure you have that on there because if you don't, it's going to mess it up. All right, let's start again with the Balmy Blue, and then I just start going in circles. These brushes, y'all, are so nice. They blend really, really nice with these inks. So I'm just going to basically go all the way down, and we are just going to keep on adding and darkening to this. But I wanted to show you how to do this because it's so pretty when it's done. I love the effect that it gives the card. I like that, like it's looking like it's snowy nighttime. All right, and then I'm going to move on to the Misty Moonlight. And this is a little bit darker, so I'm going from light to dark, going with this. And I always start off the page so you don't get a lot of streaks. So that's why you see me making a mess off of the page here. And we're just going to keep adding. And I like to add the Highland Heather to it because it gives it that, I don't know, it just adds a lot to this, making it look nighttime. But if you don't have any, purple like that, you don't have to use it. You could just stick with your blues. We're going to probably come back to the Misty Moonlight because I usually go back to that. And then I'm going to just use my Highland Heather here. And I'm going to add that. It just gives that nighttime look. I don't know. I just love the Highland Heather on here. And you can make this as dark or as light as you want. If you want it really dark, you can make it really dark. even darker than I did it. And just blend it in. I'm just going to put a little bit more. And I think that's all I'm going to use of that. And then I'm going to do a little Night of Navy. And you got to be careful with this Night of Navy because it is dark. And you can really overdo it if you don't want like that really dark look. I like to do it on my edges. And we are almost there. I just go by, just do it as much as you like, how dark you like it. I'm going to add a little bit of more Misty Moonlight, and then I'm going to leave it at that. I need to grab the right one. I'm just adding a few more, and I think that's what we're going to do right there. I think that's as dark as I'm going to do it. All right, now let me scoot these out of the way, and I'm going to have to bring it back in a minute, but the first thing I want to do here is let's go ahead and take our piece off, and you can see the little snowy hill here, and I don't like that it's stark white, so I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of Balmy Blue, and I may even have some left on here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to add a little bit on here. I'm going to add a little bit also of, and not a whole lot, just don't like it stark blue, stark white. And then I'm going to add a little bit, see if there's any more on here, of the Highland Heather. Just a really, really light amount, and I think that's good enough like that. There's still some on my brush here, so. All right, now before I take away my paper, I have in this bottle a little bit of water and a little bit of alcohol added to it. I'm going to use my brush because we are going to make a little bit of snow, make it look like it's snowing. And I'll show it to you close up when I get it where I want it. Don't overdo it. And then I also will take my Winkostella. And I'm almost out of this Winkostella, so I will also just do some splatters of Winkostella because it does really give it a little bit of a sparkle. I know you can't see it in the camera, but I like to add just a little bit to it. All right, get that. And then you can see the effect it gives it, like it's kind of snowing. All right, I'm going to pull this away now. And I am going to use the little snowflakes that are in this same thing. And I'm using this Balmy Blue, and this just gives it some, I'm only doing some like little spots of snowflakes. And you can just barely see them, but it's a night sky, so you don't want to see them like crazy. And let's see if you can see that. See just the little tint of it. All right, now we are going to grab our trees. I have them all in here cut out. I need 3 big ones. I have 3. I did these all different colors. I used just jade, garden green, and some shaded spruce because I just wanted them to look like different shades of trees and different kinds of pines maybe. All right. These are the trees we're going to use. Here are my little deer that I already cut out. So we are going to start putting these on. I did cut the bottoms off, some of these. I'm going to do the bottom of these because I just like that it looked like it was just sitting in the snow when you put it down. And I'm going to do this one too. I'm just creating my scene here. And you can put as many trees as you want. I even did cut off the bottoms of these. So they look, and you can range them on here and then use some of your, that's, what is it called? Press and seal. You can use some press and seal and pick these all up and then just glue them all at one time. I didn't bring it in here, so of course, you know, I'll cut the bottoms of this one off too. And I like to vary them. So I think that's all that I'm going to use on here. How many did I use? I used 1, 2, 2. I used 6 on there too. I might do a little one, but like in the back. I think I'm going to do it like that. Whoops. Put all these other trees away, and then we are going to glue them. I did do the glitter at the very, very end. So I'm going to glue these all down where I've laid them. And then we are popping up our little deer and all these. We're going to pop those up on here with some dimensionals. Move that one up a little bit. And I think I need a little one for, I try to avoid the little ones, but when you need them, you need them. I have a hard time getting them off. My nails too. I had to cut all my nails off because they were just all breaking and it just was terrible. So I just cut them off and we'll start again. And then we're going to put this one here. And then our little bunny. We do need a little one on him though. And the colors that I used to color these are crumb cake, and I used the granite, or the gray granite for the little bunny. And if you haven't seen how I colored these, I've colored these before on video, so I'll try to link some of those in the video here. Alright, next, what we're going to do is stamp our sentiment. I'm just using a 1/2 inch piece and I'll just cut it. But I'm using the Merry Christmas from the same stamp set. So everything is from the one stamp set. And I'll tell you here in a minute how long this ends up being. So it is about 2 inches. I'm going to add adhesive to the back here. You can pop this up too if you want, but I liked it. So I should move that one over just a hair. I love the background on it. It just looks so peaceful. And then we're going to add our, this is the glitter that I used. It is called Snowflake Tinsel. It's so beautiful, and I need to grab my scrap piece again so that I don't get this everywhere. And then I just use this fine tip glue pen that I have, and I just put it like little on here. I'm just doing it, like I said, on the big trees. This tinsel's really, the snowflake tinsel is really, really pretty. And I don't even know if they carry it anymore. It's been a while since I actually bought glitter from a craft store. So this is probably a couple years old. Let's see if I can do both of these. It's really, really pretty. It's got like glitter and like white on it. So there it is. So we need to add this to our card base. Let's get that all where it belongs. And I forgot, I didn't bring my Swiffer thing up here because boy, that helps. If you never used a Swiffer to clean up your glitter, you need to do that. In fact, I need to bring another one in here because, but I wonder if you can see that. Can you see how that is? Isn't that pretty? All right, now let's attach this to our card base, and I am popping it up with dimensionals. So, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna use some of my 3M tape. And this is really wide. I haven't even opened it yet. But I like to use this sometimes, especially on like these big cards. The Slimline. I don't usually use a piece this big for regular cards. Unless you're doing a shaker card. This just makes it easier than putting, you know, a ton of dimensionals on it, although they work really good for that. So I'm just getting glitter everywhere again. And then when you mail this, it's really nice because it stays, it doesn't flatten out in the mail too. All right, so let's put this on the right way though. Just like that. And we are done. Just put your sentiment on the inside and then you'll be ready to go. Isn't it cute though? I love the little deer in this. I love this bundle. It's really, really, really pretty. And here's the other one. So you can see how the sky looks a little bit different on both, but go for it and try it because it's a lot of fun and it's really impactful. It really, really is pretty. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed it. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. This is my December hostess code. And if you use this hostess code this month and you spend $50, you will get a free gift in the mail from me. All right, everyone, I hope you have a blessed day. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.